These days, everyone's getting more addicted. And no, I'm not just talking about drugs or alcohol. Addiction is basically everywhere. It's like our brains need stimulation every second. Notifications, videos, scrolling, games, sugar, chat. We can't even sit down and eat without putting something on in the background. And if this keeps going, it doesn't just waste time. It can slowly drag you into a life you don't actually want, where nothing feels good unless it's fast, intense, and immediate. You become the person who says tomorrow every day and somehow ends up back at day one. But here's the good news. Quitting is possible. Just not with the usual have more willpower advice, because if it was only willpower, you'd already be free. By the end of this video, you'll understand what addiction is really doing in your brain and what actually helps you break the cycle for good. Let's make it simple. Addiction usually isn't just a bad habit. It's a fast solution to a hidden problem. Stress, anxiety, loneliness, boredom, shame, exhaustion. That feeling that your life isn't moving. In your brain, it's tied to the reward system. When you do something pleasurable, junk food, porn, games, social media, alcohol, dopamine spikes. Your brain goes, great, do that again. But dopamine doesn't just go up, it comes down, and often it drops below your normal baseline. That's the part most people don't talk about. It's that empty feeling after a binge, that low motivation, that weird restlessness, that I don't want to do anything mood. Your brain hates that dip, so it looks for the fastest way back up, more instant pleasure. And that's how the loop forms. Quick pleasure, painful dip, quick pleasure again. The faster the high, the harder the crash. So how do you actually quit? First, you have to be honest with yourself. Not dramatic, just accurate. Anything can be harmless until you can't control it. The sign is simple. You decide not to do it, and you do it anyway. Next, stop relying on cold turkey hero mode. Most relapses happen when you're tired, stressed, alone, or emotionally overloaded, aka the worst moments to depend on willpower. So instead of fighting your urges every day, design your environment so you don't have to. Add friction. Make access harder. Make the path longer. If it's on your phone, remove apps from the home screen. Turn off notifications, use timers, log out, delete triggers. If it's gaming, uninstall, remove shortcuts, put the controller away, make it annoying to start. The goal isn't to never feel an urge. The goal is to make acting on it just difficult enough that your brain has time to wake up. Then comes the part most people get wrong, replacement. But not replacement like drink water, real replacement. Because a lot of addictions aren't about pleasure, they're about numbness, turning off anxiety, turning off emptiness, turning off your thoughts. So you need replacement that actually regulates your nervous system, not just distracts you. Fast walk, work out, hot shower, writing without censoring yourself, breathing, calling someone safe, a simple hands-on activity. These don't spike dopamine like addiction does, but they bring you back to baseline, slowly and sustainably. Here's the twist. Sometimes replacement isn't enough because the addiction is too strong. That's when you need a deeper competitor, something that takes your mental space in a real way, a goal, a project, a skill, something you actually care about. When your life has a direction, instant pleasure stops being your only source of something to look forward to. And when the urge hits, don't repeat resist, resist, resist. That makes the craving bigger. Your attention is fuel. Instead, shift your focus hard. A memory, a calming image, a physical reset, 10 push-ups, a glass of water, standing by a window, 20 slow breaths. Break the autopilot. Now the deeper truth. Many addictions are coping tools. When you feel like crap, your brain wants relief. So if your mental health is constantly low, cravings will constantly show up. That's why sleep, movement, real connection, sunlight, and reducing self-hate aren't extra. They're part of quitting. Then there's identity, one of the most powerful parts. If you keep thinking, I'm an addict, you'll keep acting like someone fighting addiction. But if you start thinking, I'm someone who protects my future, or I'm someone who takes care of themselves, your choices begin to align with that version of you. Finally, relapse. It might happen. That doesn't mean you're back to zero. A slip is one moment. A spiral is the story you tell after. I ruined it, so I might as well keep going. Have a plan for slips. Forgive fast. Return to the system. Focus on the trend, not perfection. And one important note, if your addiction is severe, especially with substances, quitting suddenly can be dangerous. Getting professional help isn't weakness, it's strategy. So let me ask you, where do you get stuck? Is it that your environment makes relapse too easy? That you don't have a real regulator to replace the habit? Or that your life doesn't have a goal strong enough to compete with instant pleasure? If you do one thing today, make access one step harder and choose one real replacement that calms your nervous system. And if you want more videos like this, quiet psychology, real patterns, no fake motivation, subscribe. Not because you have to, because your future self is already looking for the way out.